Recently, the CHIP Act promulgated by the US government mentioned the construction of the Chiplet platform. How do you think the bill will affect or reshape the development of the chiplets?
Well, I think that the technologies and the strategies are already fairly well developed. And we've seen big companies like Intel and AMD adopting chiplet technology already. They've pioneered several different technologies for chiplets. TSMC has been developing its own packaging technology as well. So those companies are already moving forward pretty quickly with the chiplet technology. So I think the general ideas are pretty well established at this point, and the government funding may not be totally necessary, but it will certainly help to move things along a little more quickly than just the companies investing on their own.
With different sizes and maybe various market shares, what new opportunities or challenges does the chiplet bring?
The chiplet does definitely complicate the design process. It complicates the manufacturing process. And so there's always trade-offs in deciding whether you want to build a single chip or whether you want to divide it up into chiplets. And in an ideal world, we should be able to get chiplets from different companies and combine them together using standard technology, standard interfaces, standard packaging, but we're really not very close to that today. So the chiplet technologies that we're seeing are really coming from just a single vendor. So, for example, AMD, has some products where they take chiplets that they've designed and build them into a processor or a system. And so they can control all of the different aspects of how those chiplets work together and how they're going to coordinate in the package. So trying to extend that model to allow multiple companies to build the chiplets and then someone else perhaps to integrate them all together, that is going to require more work and more standards in order to accomplish that. And so that sort of multi-chiplet ideal is probably going to be 3 years down the road. The idea is with chiplets, you could get a chiplet that has ARM CPUs on it from one company, maybe get a graphics accelerator from another company, and then maybe build your own chiplet that just has some specific technology that you've designed. And then you should be able to put all that together in a package and everything works together. And now you saved yourself a lot of trouble of having to deal with these other components that you're just getting from third parties.
Do you think those challenges or opportunities may be vary by country, especially how would that look in China specifically?
Yeah, I think that in China there's a lot of different companies and a lot of new companies that are getting into the chip design business. And so the chiplet technology and this kind of ideal scenario, I think would make it easier for these Chinese companies that are new to get into, say, building big data center processors because they wouldn't have to do everything themselves. So I think chiplet is a technology that could be used to build more quickly semiconductor infrastructure in a country like China, where there's just a lot of new companies coming together. I think where you have big experienced companies that have the capability to design everything themselves, there's some different reasons why they would want to use chiplets. But I think particularly for these new companies that are emerging in China and other places, the chiplet ecosystem could create new opportunities to accelerate their ability to get new products to market.